Hi guys, so this is part 3 of my cancer story, and if you're watching this right after my second video, yeah, I decided I just wanted to keep on chatting about it, which I'm surprised about, so I just put on my little poncho and got a little bit more comfortable, and we'll continue on. So I left off with my options. So if you didn't watch part 2 before this, my options for my breast cancer were a partial mastectomy with immediate radiation afterwards for 4 to 6 weeks, 5 days a week, full mastectomy, same radiation treatment, full mastectomy with immediate reconstruction, no radiation with that one, double mastectomy with immediate reconstruction, no radiation with that one, double mastectomy, no reconstruction, and radiation. So quite a few options. And then also, if they noticed the cancer had metastasized, then it would be a lumpectomy plus chemo. So I really thought about my decision, and I'm still kind of up in the air about it. It's a lot to take in. It's really a lot to take in. This has now been going on for 2 months. I got my I had my first mammogram February 16th, and today's April 13th. So it's been going on for a little bit now. Even though we're moving quickly and there's appointments with multiple people every week, getting to the point of deciding what to do, it's taking quite a little bit of time here. So I left off with her, Dr. H saying, okay, you need to have a decision for me in a week, so make an appointment with me in a week. So before seeing her, I made an appointment with my counselor and an appointment with my doctor to see what their opinions on the options were. So the first person I had seen Dr. H on the Thursday. What day was that? I have my little calendar planner here. And so that was Wednesday. It was Wednesday the 28th of March. So I made an appointment to see her. Well, there was Easter, right? So I made an appointment to see her Thursday the 5th of April, which is my husband's birthday. And the Wednesday the 4th of April, an appointment with my counselor, an appointment with my doctor in the afternoon. And actually, before that, I had to pick my dad up from cataract surgery. So there's a lot going on in my life. My mom also broke her arm. It's insane. I talked to my counselor and I told her, I said, like, these are my options, what do you think? And she was just kind of like, yeah, this really sucks. And I discussed with her what I want. We were making jokes about Angelina Jolie and walking around like that, and I was like, yeah, I should just be like Pamela Anderson. I said, immediate reconstruction, like double mastectomy with immediate reconstruction, does sound like the best option right now. It's, I avoid doing radiation if it hasn't spread. I avoid doing chemo. I won't be as sick for as long. It'll just be like a surgery, remove the tissue, put the implants in under the chest muscle, a couple days in the hospital, a couple weeks recovery, and then I should be good to go. It's not as pretty as that at all, but to me it's the prettiest solution, physically and semantics wise. Then I was like, but I've been toying with just the partial mastectomy with the radiation. But I had told her, like, what if my Nana had lung cancer? What if that happens to me? My Aunt Cindy had lung cancer. What if that happens to me and I can't receive radiation in that area when I need it when I'm older? So that's kind of why I've been avoiding getting that done at this age and right now. And the single mastectomy to me sounds like a half job. The partial mastectomy is like the quarter job. The single mastectomy with the immediate reconstruction is kind of a half job, because then I would still need to be getting mammograms done on my other breast every 6 months forever. And once again, the chances of me having a recurrence of cancer are 72% within the first 5 years. So, and that's without the BRCA gene. If I have the BRCA gene, it's higher. So to me, the full job, just get it all done, double mastectomy, immediate reconstruction sounded like the best option. And my counselor she obviously can't tell me what to do, and she wasn't telling me what to do, but she did say, it sounds like that suits you best and that's what you're leaning towards. And she said she'd support me through that and everything like that. So that was good. And then I spoke with my doctor about it, and my doctor wanted me to get the double mastectomy, immediate reconstruction, and radiation. I don't know. She's not an oncologist, right? So I had spoken with Dr. H about that, and she said, no, if you get immediate reconstruction and double mastectomy, you're not going to get radiation afterwards, because we've removed anything and all possibility, and we would just do an exam every once in a while. My doctor still wants the radiation. I think she just wants to make sure I'm completely okay, but that's not what we do here in Canada, I guess, and that's not standard of care. So my doctor, my counselor agreed, my parents agreed, my husband agreed, his parents agreed, and my brother, that the double mastectomy with immediate reconstruction does sound like the most drastic and radical solution, but the best solution and the best option. So I met with Dr. H on the Thursday and told her that's what I wanted to do, and I had asked her about the whole radiation and everything like that, and she said, yeah, no, that's not. And then she explained, once again, standard of care for my situation is just a lumpectomy with immediate radiation. And then if they notice that the cancer is metastasized, then they would biopsy the lymph nodes. What's it called? It's really long term, but they would biopsy my lymph nodes or remove one of them, and then go from there. But she said, because of my age, once again, with everything that's going on, that's why she gave me the option of the double mastectomy with immediate reconstruction. She doesn't do that surgery. That surgery needs to be done at a special clinic, and that clinic's once again an hour away, in the same place that I would be receiving the radiation. That's also the place where my Nana passed away, and my uncle. So I was really, I think, trying to avoid going there. The last time I was in that building, I swore that I would never, ever, ever go back to that hospital. I can't think of it. Like, when they called me for the appointment, they said, oh yeah, it's here, here's the address and everything. I was like, yeah, I know where that is, because that's the last time I was there. I basically lived in that hospital for 3 days. I didn't leave. My Nan was in the cancer section of it, and unconscious, and her organs were shutting down, and she was breathing, a tube was breathing for her down her throat. And I remember putting lip chap on her lips because they looked so dry, and it was really hard. And I remember sleeping on the couch there because I wouldn't leave. I'm like, no, I'm staying here over the night. I'm not leaving. And I would sleep on the couch down the hall from her, and my grandpa would sleep on the chair in her room. And my mom, she was living out west at the time. She was living in Fort McMurray. So she didn't get back in time. And I remember me saying to her mom, like, you're not gonna make it here back in time. Like, do you want to talk to her? And I don't think my mom realized how bad it was, because she had said, yeah, I'll talk to her, at least put her on the phone. I said, Mom, she can't talk. And I was like, what do you mean? I'm like, there's a tube breathing for her. She's unconscious. Like, she can't talk. And I told all my family to get out of the room. And I put the phone up to my Nan's ear, and my mom was talking to her. Obviously, my Nan wasn't talking back, and I was crying, and so was she. I could hear it over the phone, and that's my last memory there anyways. And so I'm so afraid to go there. But I guess it's something I have to do, and maybe she'll be there with me. I don't know. It's a very scary thing, and in this whole situation, it's so surreal. Like, I'm still having a hard time believing that this is my life, and this is what's happening, and this is something that I have to deal with. I don't know, maybe that's why I'm all over the place, because it's very hard for me to actually think that this is going on, like this is real. Yeah, you know, but I guess it is. Maybe I'm going a little crazy. I think it's just, you know, you need to learn to accept it, and it's a stage of grief, and I do know that I'm going through like a grieving type of stage, and everybody around me really is. So anyway, Dr. H said, okay, I'm going to refer you for gene testing, and I'll also refer you to that hospital, so you can meet with the team there. So you'll be in a team with 2 surgeons and 2 plastic surgeons, and they would do the entire surgery in one, and because it's a double mastectomy with immediate reconstruction, it'd be like an 8 to 10 hour surgery, and so a little bit of hospital time, and then I would need to get an exam done every 6 months by Dr. H, and we'd be good to go. So she said that for the gene testing, it would take, sorry, I'm just looking at my calendar. Oh yeah, that's another thing I need to mention. So the first time I had seen Dr. H the week before, she had wanted a list of my medications, so I went to the pharmacy and had that printed out, and one of the medications was birth control, and she had said, like, you need to be off of this, like, why are you still on this? And I had mentioned it, I called my doctor and said, like, she wants me off birth control, but like I have PCOS going on and all this other stuff going on. If I go off birth control, I'm gonna bleed to death. Like, this is not this is not a good time for this to be going on. I can't be having surgery when I'm already anemic and I'm bleeding to death. Like, this isn't, what are we going to do? And my doctor was like, why do you need to go off birth control? And I was like, I have breast cancer. And she's like, oh my god. She completely missed it, I guess, because all the other women that she's ever treated with breast cancer were past menopause. They didn't need birth control anymore, so it was something that she completely overlooked. And she's like, no, you immediately need to stop your birth control now. You're never allowed to have that again. It'll only feed your cancer. It's the worst thing you can do for yourself and all this stuff, and stop taking it. And I said, well, then you need to refer me to my gynecologist, because I need to deal with this. And I got in an argument with her because she was like, well, I don't want you dealing with that and having to deal with your cancer right now. Like, you should just wait and then deal with that later. And I was like, no, I'm going to bleed to death. I need to see the gynecologist while this is going on. And my gynecologist is in the same city an hour away, so let's just get it done with. So I have an appointment with my gynecologist on the 20th of April. No, sorry, that's when I have to confirm the appointment. I have it May 4th, so that's good. But actually, so Dr. H had also said that the gene testing would probably take 2 to 3 months for me to hear back for an appointment. And actually, the gene testing is at the cancer center, and they called me for an appointment, so that's Thursday the 19th of April. So next Thursday I have to go there for the gene testing. They actually want to do the gene testing before the mastectomy. I don't know why, but we'll see what's going on with that. I'm still up in the air with gene testing too. I'm up in the air with all of it. Let's face it, I don't want to be dealing with any of this. Sorry, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This really sucks, and I don't want to do it. I'm going to do it. The gene testing for me, if it comes back that I have this gene, which Lord hopes I don't. If it comes back that I have this gene, this is not going to just affect me, this is going to affect my entire family. Now, is it going to affect my entire family for the good? Yes and no. Number one, if it comes back that I have the BRCA gene, they're going to say, okay, have your mom and dad tested. So my mom and dad tested. Whichever one comes back that's a carrier of that gene, Lord hopes it's not both, their entire family would need to be tested. My brother would need to be tested. Any of our children would need to be tested. Any of my cousins, aunts, and uncles, all of them would be eligible to be tested. I have 28 cousins on my mom's side. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people to tell, it's a lot of people to give the option to, and then there's also downsides to having the gene testing done. One of the downsides is life insurance, because if you come back having a gene that's proven to cause cancer, who's going to insure you? No one's going to insure you, at least not for a fortune. That's just stupid on their part. So, and if they choose not to, then they're always wondering, well, do I have it, or am I spreading it to my children? You know, there's this whole slew of things that come back with having that gene that are not fun. I mean, could it potentially save one of my family members' life? Of course, yes. Could it potentially cause them harm and issues in the future? Of course, yes. So it's one of those things where I'm like, do I do this? I myself, I'll never get life insurance anyways. I have insurance through work, but once I'm older, I guess I'm just gonna need to have really good savings. Because, you know, I didn't worry about getting life insurance just because I have it through work, and I have a very good policy through work, and that goes until I'm 65 if I stay there. So, it's not really too bad at all, and I just figured if after 65, then that's when I would start paying for it. A lot of people say to get insurance now, but if I'm even paying $20 a month until I'm 65, I would just rather put that in a bank account. You know, I already have insurance, so to me it just makes more sense to save. And I guess I'm just going to have to keep doing that. But right now, let's face it, having cancer at this age and everything that's going on, being a newlywed who just financed, just paid for, you know, an entire wedding, there's not much savings there right now. And it sucks because I'm such a frugal person and I'm pretty good at saving, but right now it's tight. I'm not homeless or anything, but yeah, good thing I have that life insurance policy now. So I have that appointment Thursday, and we'll go from there. Hopefully comes back that I don't have the gene and this is just a weird fluke. I don't know really what else to say. I kind of just lost my train of thought. My memory is still quite bad. Yeah, I'm not sure what else to say. So that was my decision anyways. My decision thus far, unless the doctors at the cancer clinic say something different, is a double mastectomy with immediate reconstruction. And I will fill you guys in once I go for my gene testing. So my gene testing is Thursday the 19th. My birthday is Monday, April 16th. So today's Friday the 13th. So after this video, I'm going to enjoy my weekend. I have a birthday dinner with my husband and his family, his two awesome sisters and his parents, tomorrow, and Sunday I'm going to spend the day with my mom, and Monday the day with my husband and go out for a nice dinner. And I told them no talking about the C word. Guess the C word can mean multiple things. But I said no, Monday and this weekend, like, well, I'll probably end up talking about it Saturday with his family, but Monday, definitely not talking about it, not editing this video, none of that. I'm going to enjoy my birthday. I'm going to be turning 28. And then, I guess we're probably going to really start getting this ball rolling. I'll keep you guys along on my journey. Hopefully I'll have the energy and the ability to still do this. My husband does YouTube too, and he edits videos, so even if I can't, he probably can edit them and get them put up for you if you would like to keep following along with me. But yeah, until next time guys, just stay strong. Bye.